For many of us embracing the wisdom of later years, the quest for stronger legs often feels like a silent battle, a natural surrender to time. We're sometimes told that weakening legs are just an inevitable part of aging, a whisper of truth, but not the whole story. The deeper truth, often overlooked, lies in a quiet deficiency of three fundamental vitamins, nutrients your body yearns for to mend and restore that foundational strength while you rest nightly. It's an intriguing paradox, isn't it? These particular nutrients are readily available, surprisingly affordable, and yet they rarely grace our television screens or pop up in social media feeds. You won't hear much about them from many in the medical community either, perhaps because there isn't a significant profit incentive driving their promotion. And yet the scientific whispers are loud and clear. Even a subtle lack of just one of these can significantly heighten the risk of an unexpected fall after 60, slowing muscle repair by a considerable margin and inviting the discomfort of leg cramps more frequently. Our legs, after all, are our silent partners through life's journey, our anchors, our freedom. When that foundation begins to falter, so too can our confidence, our world subtly shrinking around us. Today, let's pull back the curtain on these silent helpers. We'll begin with a vitamin that's shown remarkable promise in restoring leg strength, increasing it by a third in studies, yet remains largely untapped by seniors. The core issue, it seems, isn't complex biology, but a simple lack of widespread understanding and perhaps that missing financial nudge for a solution that addresses the root cause. When these vital nutrients are absent, our muscles struggle to rejuvenate, and the delicate communication between our brain and our limbs begins to fray. Recent research paints a vivid picture. Older adults who mindfully incorporate these specific vitamins into their evening routine often report better balance, less leg discomfort, and a notably quicker muscle recovery, sometimes in mere days. Drawing from compelling studies, we're going to highlight three vitamins that every adult over 60 might consider taking before bedtime to rekindle that leg strength. And rest assured, every piece of information shared here is anchored in scientific research, with links available for you to explore further below. Before we dive deeper, if you feel moved to, please share in the comments where you're watching from, your age, and any vitamins you currently embrace in your daily life. Your insights are invaluable, and we endeavor to offer tailored guidance in return. This is an invitation, a chance to connect with insights that resonate with your unique journey, your lifestyle, your age, and the health of your legs. Let's gently begin with the first vitamin on our list, a nutrient surprisingly often missed by many seniors, or vitamin B12. While its name may be familiar, its profound importance for steady legs, graceful movement, and the quiet alchemy of nighttime muscle repair is often underestimated. Think of it this way: when B12 levels dwindle, it's not just a matter of muscles weakening. It's as if the vital connection, the clear conversation between your brain and your legs starts to fade. B12 acts like an essential electrical conduit, maintaining the integrity of the nerve pathways that link mind to muscle. When this connection is compromised, you might experience a creeping fatigue, a sense of instability which, over time, can lead to those unsettling, dangerous falls. Here lies a subtle challenge of aging. After we turn 60, our body's capacity to extract B12 from the foods we eat begins to diminish. It's not a failing on your part, simply a natural shift. As the years progress, our stomach produces less hydrochloric acid, a key player in releasing B12 from the proteins we consume. This means that even if your diet is rich in meat, fish, or eggs, your intestines may not be absorbing enough of this crucial nutrient. A significant portion of the older population, up to 43% of those over 60 according to the National Institutes of Health, contend with low or borderline B12 levels, often without even realizing it. The symptoms tend to unfold subtly, almost imperceptibly at first, a faint numbness in the feet, followed by a gentle tingling, then perhaps some stiffness, and eventually a noticeable weakness when you rise from a chair. Why this quiet erosion? B12 is indispensable for preserving the myelin sheath, that protective, insulating layer that encases our nerves. When this sheath thins or weakens, the swift transmission of nerve signals falters. Your brain's messages, clear as they may be, struggle to reach your legs with their full urgency and precision. This explains why many older adults with insufficient B12 often exhibit a slower gait, less steady steps, a tendency to drag their feet, and those unwelcome nighttime leg cramps. These subtle signs can sometimes even be mistaken for early Parkinson's disease or diabetic neuropathy, highlighting the importance of understanding the root cause. A profound 2017 study published in Neurology, which thoughtfully followed over 25,000 seniors, revealed that individuals with low B12 were 60% more prone to falling and nearly 3 times more likely to grapple with walking difficulties. Yet, the timing of addressing this deficiency is profoundly meaningful. Our nervous system embarks on a remarkable nightly journey of regeneration during sleep. This is the sacred time when your body quietly repairs nerve tissue, recalibrates muscle coordination, and strengthens those vital brain-to-muscle communications. If B12 isn't readily available during this crucial repair cycle, your nerves simply cannot mend themselves adequately. This underscores why taking B12 before bed holds such significance. It ensures the right nutrients are present at the precise moment they're most needed. And unlike the stimulating effects of caffeine, B12 actually encourages a calm, serene brain activity. It won't disturb your slumber. In fact, some older adults speak of experiencing a deeper, more restorative sleep when they incorporate it into their nighttime routine. However, it's important to note that not all forms of B12 are created equal. For older adults, methylcobalamin stands out as the superior choice, as it's more readily absorbed, particularly if you contend with digestive sensitivities. The most effective delivery method often comes in the form of sublingual tablets, which dissolve gently under the tongue, allowing the vitamin to enter the bloodstream directly, artfully bypassing the stomach's digestive processes entirely. If your current approach relies solely on standard tablets or general multivitamins, you might still find yourself in a state of deficiency. How quickly can one notice a shift? Within as little as 10 to 14 days, many seniors begin to report improved muscle coordination, a swifter responsiveness in their nerves, and a renewed sense of strength in their leg movements. Clinical observations have even recorded instances where, after just 6 weeks of consistent B12 supplementation, an elderly patient who struggled to walk unaided for more than 10 minutes gracefully regained full mobility. These aren't tales of miraculous intervention, but rather the quiet, consistent work of fundamental nutritional science unfolding. So, if your legs are feeling stiff, weak, or prone to numbness, if you notice an unsettling twitching at night, or if your walk feels increasingly unstable, beginning by addressing your B12 levels could be a profoundly wise step. It's more than just another supplement. It's your body's intelligent signal, a gentle plea for what it needs. The longer your nerves go without this vital nutrient, the more arduous the path to full strength becomes. Now, let us turn our attention to the second vitamin, one that has shown an impressive ability to reverse leg weakness in as little as 2 weeks when taken at bedtime, gently encouraging true muscle regeneration. This brings us to vitamin D3. This might come as a gentle surprise. Many of us instinctively associate vitamin D3, often called the sunshine vitamin, primarily with bone health. Yet, as we journey past the age of 60, D3 quietly emerges as one of your body's most potent allies for both maintaining and actively rebuilding muscle, especially in those hard-working legs. What's more, by overlooking its consumption before sleep, we inadvertently bypass one of the body's most crucial windows for recovery and renewal. This makes its role now more pivotal than ever. A significant number of older adults, over 70% in fact, remain unaware of their D3 deficiency. The evidence, when observed closely, is stark. A direct link exists between weak legs, a slower recovery from daily exertions, and an elevated risk of falls, all pointing back to insufficient D3 levels. Let's unravel this a little further. Vitamin D3's influence extends far beyond mere sunlight exposure and calcium absorption. It plays a direct, orchestrating role in muscle protein synthesis, the intricate biological process your body employs to create and meticulously restore muscle fibers. As we reach that quiet milestone around 60, our inherent capacity to rebuild muscle after the gentle demands of daily life begins to wane. You might simply walk about your home and still awaken with an unfamiliar soreness. But when D3 levels are inadequate, that essential rebuilding process slows down even further, almost imperceptibly at first. This is often when sarcopenia, that age-related quiet diminishment of muscle mass, begins to make its subtle appearance, and it often sets its sights on your legs first. Your thighs, your glutes, your calves, they begin a gentle, gradual shrinkage. Even before you consciously notice it in the mirror, you'll feel it. Rising from a comfortable chair becomes a touch more challenging. Climbing a familiar flight of stairs demands more effort. Standing for extended periods grows tiresome. In a very real human sense, your physical world can begin to feel a little smaller, a little less free. A compelling 2020 study, published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, brought this truth into sharp focus. Older adults with low D3 who started supplementing before bed experienced a remarkable 34% reduction in falls and a significant 19% boost in leg strength within just 3 months. This isn't just a numerical gain, it's a profound return of functional independence. Why such a powerful effect? Because D3 does more than just maintain bone density. It actively awakens and empowers the muscle receptors that are critical for both strength and balance. And here's the key to its nighttime efficacy. These very receptors are at their peak activity when growth hormone is released during the deepest phases of sleep. Thus, bedtime transforms into the ideal moment to introduce this vital nutrient. But the story of D3 extends even further. It also plays a quiet yet powerful role in mitigating inflammation within your muscles. Do your calves often ache or burn gently at night, or do your thighs throb with a deep, persistent ache? This consistent microinflammation could very well be the silent culprit, and D3 offers a supportive hand in managing it. According to a 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging, seniors grappling with D3 deficiency reported twice the amount of nighttime leg pain and a much slower pace of muscle recovery. Over a mere 6 weeks, those who embraced D3 before bed showed discernible improvements in their walking speed, their sense of balance, and a welcome reduction in pain. Here's where many older adults might be missing a crucial beat. They either entirely forego D3 or choose to take it during the morning hours. However, when thoughtfully consumed at night, it harmonizes perfectly with your body's intrinsic repair rhythms. And it's in this alignment that the true, profound benefits begin to unfold. Muscle growth, in essence, doesn't truly happen in the gym during your workout or through the daily activities of life. It's a quiet miracle that unfolds as you sleep. Without sufficient D3, that vital restorative process simply cannot proceed as nature intended. And no, sunlight alone, as beneficial as it is, often isn't enough as we age. After 60, your skin's ability to produce D3 from the same amount of sun exposure diminishes by a significant 75%. This means that even regular outdoor walks, while wonderful for the spirit, may not be providing your body with the D3 it truly needs. Supplementation, therefore, becomes not just an option, but an essential consideration. Most adults over 60 often benefit from a nightly dose of 2,000 to 4,000 IU of vitamin D3. While blood levels should always be your ultimate guide, always seek out vitamin D3 specifically, rather than D2, for enhanced absorption. A small amount of healthy fat, perhaps a slice of avocado or a glass of almond milk, can be a helpful companion. And there's no need to fret about it disrupting your sleep. Quite the contrary. Some studies suggest D3 can actually enhance sleep quality by gently calming the nervous system and easing those unwelcome nighttime leg cramps. If your muscles feel perpetually tight, if your recovery feels sluggish, or if your accustomed walking pace is subtly slowing down, your body might simply be quietly signaling a need for this crucial nutrient. Rectifying this single habit could truly grant your muscles the profound opportunity they need to heal and revive. The strongest vitamin of them all, however, remains largely uncharted territory for many seniors, a quiet powerhouse they may have never even considered. Its influence stretches beyond mere strength. It gently aids in rebuilding collagen, rekindles that innate muscle memory, and can even begin to reverse years of muscle decline, even as one moves into their 70s. This brings us to our first-place champion, vitamin K2. It's truly remarkable how seldom this vitamin enters our conversations, despite its potential to be the single most potent ally for swiftly restoring leg strength. And to be clear, we are not speaking of the variety found in leafy green vegetables, which is K1 and primarily aids in blood clotting. This is K2, and its quiet power lies in helping your body reclaim what time has gently, subtly begun to steal from your bones and muscles. There's a significant chance your body is quietly lacking in K2, especially if you're over 60 and your legs frequently feel weak, sore, or perhaps a little unstable. Do your knees sometimes crack a gentle protest when you stand? Do your calves feel like stretched rubber bands by midday? So what exactly does K2, this unsung hero, do within our intricate bodies? Imagine it as your body's diligent calcium traffic controller, a wise guide ensuring order. In the simplest terms, it meticulously directs calcium away from places it shouldn't accumulate, like your arteries, your joints and soft tissues, and steadfastly guides it into your bones, precisely where it truly belongs, where it can fortify and strengthen. When K2 is in short supply, calcium, lacking its wise director, can wander astray. It might begin to harden blood vessels, accumulate subtly in your joints, and cause your soft tissues to lose their natural pliability. This explains why many seniors with inadequate K2 levels often experience the dual challenge of tight, aching legs alongside increasingly brittle bones. Their calcium, a nutrient so essential, is literally being misdirected, a silent misplacement that most remain entirely unaware of. K2 also plays a pivotal, albeit quiet, role in awakening the genes responsible for muscle recovery. A deep biological wisdom. A compelling 2021 study, published in the journal Nutrients, offered a powerful testament. Older adults who embraced a daily dose of K2 exhibited remarkable improvements. Their quadriceps strength saw an impressive 21% increase, and standing balance improved by a notable 31% in just 8 weeks. This isn't merely a fleeting supplement boost. It's a profound reactivation of intrinsic muscle capabilities. Even more strikingly, those who incorporated it before bed experienced the most significant advancements, a testament to the body's prime regeneration period for bones and muscles during sleep. K2 in its elegance works in deep synergy with vitamin D3. Think of them as inseparable partners in a graceful dance. D3 gently escorts calcium into your bloodstream, while K2 meticulously ensures that this calcium finds its rightful home in your bones rather than settling in your arteries or joints. Without sufficient K2, D3's efforts can, paradoxically, backfire, inadvertently nudging calcium into unwelcome territories. This crucial insight helps explain why some older adults who take D3 in isolation still grapple with persistent stiffness or even a worsening of joint pain. In many such cases, the quiet missing piece of the puzzle is K2. But the story of K2's profound influence doesn't end there. It also enhances how effectively your muscles utilize glucose for energy and actively participates in the formation of new bone tissue by activating a crucial protein known as osteocalcin. This particular aspect holds significant importance for older individuals navigating slow circulation, insulin resistance, or the delicate edge of prediabetes. In a thoughtful clinical trial highlighted in Aging and Disease, seniors who supplemented with K2 demonstrated improved blood sugar regulation and a greater endurance in their legs during walking tests. When taken at night, K2 even lent a helping hand in replenishing muscle glycogen while they slept, quietly laying the groundwork for stronger, more energized legs the following day, free from undue fatigue or soreness. Here lies the gentle challenge with K2. It's relatively scarce in the typical modern diet. Its presence is mostly felt in aged cheeses, certain specific meats, and fermented foods like natto, which aren't staples for everyone. Unless these foods regularly grace your plate, it's quite probable you're not receiving enough. This is precisely why supplementing with the MK7 form, known as the most absorbable and enduring type of K2, is often recommended, especially before bed. MK7 maintains its active presence in your body for longer, offering a more consistent stewardship over calcium and providing stronger support for overnight muscle repair. When you choose to take K2 before drifting off to sleep, it's akin to gently flicking a switch, activating your body's inherent, wise repair system. And if you've already embraced vitamin D3, K2 then becomes the crucial key that unlocks D3's fullest, most profound benefits. So if you've noticed your legs subtly losing their accustomed strength, if climbing stairs feels increasingly like an arduous task, or if new, unfamiliar knee and calf pains have emerged this past year, K2 might well be the profound missing link. If your muscles still yearn for full recovery, if your strength hasn't quite returned, and if your legs feel like they're quietly, bravely losing the battle against the relentless march of time, it could all gently come down to this one, often overlooked vitamin. If this quiet conversation resonated with you, if it offered a flicker of insight or hope, please consider hitting the like button, sharing it with someone dear to your heart, and subscribing for more real, human-centered health solutions crafted for those of us living into our seasoned years. Our legs carry us through the rich tapestry of life. Let's tenderly ensure they remain strong and steadfast for all the beautiful years yet to unfold. Should any questions stir within you, or if you simply wish to share your own experiences, please feel welcome to leave a comment below. Thank you for walking this path with us.